What's up people, BCHQ, part 2, KOTD Massacre 2. Um, so, Head Ice versus Big K. I started off typical stage presence as you expect. Not many people in battle rap have got the presence he's got on stage. So, I didn't feel he was saying a lot to start with. The first line I got from him was, I liked his... he had a bar saying gun poking out the shirt like a nipple on T-Rex sweater. That was funny. Let Pumpkinhead tell you how Ice could have been Team Homie once. This how the story go, your bitch suck a random dick like a glory hole. I thought that was cool. I done stop life at stoplights. Talk to me right or I'll smack blood out you. I better get a hug out you. If I don't, I'ma reach in your mouth and pull that little bit of fug out you. That was nice words. Nice like wordplay and just how he delivered it. K then went, I roll up with it like a phone light. Your shit sailed, you stinking up this card with that Old Spice. That was a really funny bar. I live with a pair of scopes, I don't got the app. Periscope, pair of scopes. That was tight. After I green light a room like night vision, I peel a can like anchovies. K was getting really aggy, just like barking and shit. It was like crazy, like how he does. I love that aggy shit. I'm Tony Montana with a sledgehammer for your stash next door. Ned Flanders, that was hard. I had them dreads, slide on ice, cool runnings. That was probably the bar of the battle. That got a great reception, and it just, the timing of it was brilliant. This have you scared to leave your crib like bubble guts. Harlem Hospital giving beds out, but you going straight to the grave. For the first, I had Big K taking it convincingly. A lot of people saying that both the first rounds from both of them was fire, but I feel like K just had too much for him. Second round, Ice talking that wolf shit, but again, not punching enough. I give Ice props for he kind of showed K up at one point. He was saying that Av don't fuck with you, and K was like, that's because he's a sucker. And K was getting a bit emotional about it, and Ice kept repeating it, and K kept replying back. Organic had to like tell Big K to chill out while he was rapping, while Ice was rapping, but on the spot Ice was like, said it's cool, let him get salty, and that got a good reaction from the crowd, and K kind of laughed at that as well, like he was like, yeah, you got me on that, and it kind of got under K's skin a bit. So for that moment in time in the battle, like he won the crowd over again with that, and it got the crowd back on Ice's side. Till I show up to the side of your hospital bed like, damn, what plug you on. I then had K coming back. I tell the cops he shot himself and fell in the trunk. You ain't said nothing nice the whole round. Your first record deal, 65 of Motown. That got like laughter from Poison Pen. Like it was a very funny bar. Even Ice acknowledged that. I'll right hand your hype man, catch you left. Catch the left, Iceland in Iceland. I'll dump ice on your head like a Super Bowl winner. You couldn't catch a small break with a micro fracture. Again, I feel like the shit with Av and that was a nice touch in the second from Ice, but I give the second to K again. It just felt like he was punching so much more. For the third round, I said I got more blood on this plastic than Ricky's body. Had a nice little angle on some recorded footage of Big K from, I can't remember what the battle was, but you'll see what I mean when you watch it. Other than that, though, I felt like his round was poor. Like there wasn't anything that stood out to me in the third from Ice, to be honest. K said he started off the round like impersonating Ice on some like wolf shit. He had one of Ice's rings on that Ice usually wears, and he kept going like this to the crowd, going Ice, and like it was just funny as fuck how he did it. He had a nice bar. These fans can't tell the difference between an old G and an old head. If you don't like the name flips, you shouldn't have a stupid ass name. Head Ice, you pick the wolf, two of them at this point. Like, like he was saying that most battle rappers have one name, but he said Head Ice, and he calls himself the Wolf as well, like saying pick one sort of thing. At this point, the crowd was back on K's side. I got the Tommy in the Desert, This Is No Country for Old Men. That was a fire bar. Got a clip full of silver bullets, You About to Wear Wolf. That was hard. And yeah, K just had the momentum and he finished the round off strongly. Again, just out-punched Ice, and performance was there too. So I give this 3-0 to Big K. A lot of people gonna hate that because Ice is like a legend, and I'm not taking it away from Ice, but 3-0 Big K. Bangs versus DNA. This was interesting. Before the first round even started, they introduced Bangs, and someone in the crowd was shouting, "Get him the fuck out of here!" And Bangs just like looked upset. So Bangs starts literally in DNA's face on like some gay shit, like he's gonna kiss him. Funny opening line, "Tell you there's a tooth." What was it? He says, to tell you the truth, there's a gap between us. That was funny. But after that, it just went downhill drastically. No energy, no charisma, no punches, no stage presence. I felt insulted for DNA, to be honest. He shouldn't have had someone that level on that platform, because DNA is a legend, about to become the most viewed English language battler. Like, Arsenal's in front, but he's just about to overtake Arsenal. So I felt disrespected the battle he was given for this, because he deserves a lot more. Kind of got a reaction for a bar, and then he just disrespected the crowd as well. Bangs, saying to him that you don't give a fuck about them reacting, and at this point you've lost the battle, because what sense does it make to insult the crowd even if they're not fucking with you? You're meant to be there as a professional. You're gonna have off nights and stuff, so you can't act like that. Had a nice bar, Spartan bar. Again though, the crowd like was just talking through the whole round, no like respect, which I don't blame him how he was acting. While he was rapping, and Gully and Poison Pen weren't really telling the crowd to settle down at first, which I thought spoke volumes of his performance. They even started booing, and then Gully and Poison did step in and tried to get the crowd to shut up, but then Bangs was like, "Y'all can suck my dick," and like obviously that's foolishness. Like, it's just never gonna work from then on. And then he started going at someone else in the crowd in the middle of a bar, just really unprofessional. Then he starts saying it to other people in the crowd, like picking certain people out, and to the point where Poison Pen was like trying to say like, "Hold up, just get your shit out and don't rise to that." But it was a bit late. And then the crowd started chanting DNA, and this is the first round, remember. So when DNA comes, you're just punching, man. Like, what was he saying? They don't know if the shooter is Don DeMarco or Craig's Pops. I'm sleepwalking, I'll raise hands. Like, just crazy shit. But every bar, like, punching every bar. He didn't even have a lot, like, of heavy punches in his round, to be honest. I didn't make any notes, but he easily won the first round. Second round, Bangs, first notable bar. You're gonna label me king of the dot when I knock him out his kicks. When I knock him out his kicks of the day. Poison really liked it a lot, saying it was crazy, but Gully didn't look that impressed, which I thought was quite funny. Again, no, Bang's just like saying he don't want no reaction. At this point, Bangs, you need to get a new career because it's not working, bro. And I'm not trying to hate, but if you're going to be that unprofessional, you don't deserve to be in the position you're in. That's a massive platform, and you fucked it. Saying like the crowd was fucking him up, to be honest, at this point, and just getting louder talking. Um, as far as DNA, I just want to say I got so much more respect than I had before this battle, and before this battle I had a lot of respect for him anyway. But the fact that how it was going for Bangs, DNA could have been a total dickhead towards him, but he wasn't. He was respectful during Bangs' rounds, let him get his shit out, and he respected him. And I've just got a lot of respect for DNA because he gets a lot of hate, and he don't deserve it. Again, DNA didn't even really have to try. Like, he's just punching, no haymakers really, but just fluid throughout the round. Took it again. Third round. Bangs was rapping this whole, like the only way I can describe the noise level while he was rapping in this battle was like when the battlers get to the stage and they get mic'd up and the crowd are like suspension and they're talking and that, but this wasn't out of suspension, this was out of they just didn't want him up there because they were pissed with him. And I don't blame him, but that's how I would describe the level of noise from the crowd during his rounds when he's rapping. It was awkward. He then started insulting the crowd again. Gully stopped the round saying he'd gone his time. I don't believe that for 1 minute. It seemed a bit quick. I don't blame Gully for doing it, but I don't believe it was because his time was up. I just believe he had enough of it at this point, and he was pissed at him too, and he was trying to save him even more embarrassment. So, yeah, he stopped him. So DNA said, I know Smack said you can't copy respect, but you can damn sure copy his beard. Because Bang's beard was like a bit like Smack's. DNA just making it look easy, punch after punch again. Finished really strong and with his slogan, and got a rupturous reaction from the crowd. And then afterwards, Dirtbag asked Organic straight after the DNA Bangs battle about his thoughts on that battle, and Organic was like, I don't want to talk about it, and that just speaks volumes for how downhill that battle went. I just feel sorry for DNA in this because he don't deserve that shit. So I got DNA 3-0 anyway. That's it for this part, guys. I'm gonna do the main event as a separate video because I've got quite a few more notes on that too. So I'll see you in the main event.